distinct vision.
Pedro, 1 second. Woo! Sorry. I sneeze very loudly and very like my father.
Star Wars has a very specific aspect to it, like with the sets, with the robots, the spaceships. So I want to start by asking, when you first arrived on set, what was the moment that made you realize, oh my god, this is Star Wars, I'm part of the Star Wars universe?
Seeing Jawas. I think the first day I was actually on set was at the Skyport, the big kind of port that the kids land in. And it was full of all these incredible characters and puppets, and I saw Jawas, and it was, I was starstruck.
So I watched the first 3 episodes of Skeleton Crew, and part of the thing that I like was that it brings that whole 80s Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis kind of movie vibes, which is very common today with the younger kids. So how do you think Skeleton Crew fits within this new nostalgia for the 80s?
That was part of the brilliance in the concept of John and Chris, to make the children the protagonists so that the whole of the universe is seen through their eyes, their innocence, their fear. It just seemed like such a clever combination to take that Amblin, as you rightly said, 80s sort of child's world and put it with Star Wars. It just fits, in my mind, very, very well. Again, to make the children real kids. They don't get on with each other, they bicker. Some of them are good at school, some of them are terrible at school. Some have got happy homes, some have got unhappy homes. They're very authentic. It means that you see yourself in them, maybe you see your kids in them. But as I said before, the idea of seeing this wonderful universe through their eyes is refreshing and fun. Over here, quick. I'll get you home. We'll make a partnership. But we have to move fast. I need you to take the controls.
Okay. Neil? Neil?
Speaking of the bickering, the relationship between the kids, Jude and the group, they have a very particular relationship in that he sees the kids as a means to an end, but the kids also see him as a means to an end. What was the work relationship you got with the kids behind the scenes? How did you create this relationship with them, this bond with them?
On the one hand, they were just terrific young actors. They really knew what they were doing and what was required of them, and they took it seriously and delivered daily. They also brought their innate youth and joy and humor to it, which kept the whole thing light and playful, which is essential on a piece like this. You know, you can't take it too seriously. You have to find energy in it. When we started, we didn't know each other very well. So being able to play that was important, but as the months progressed, we got to know each other. We got on, we had goofy names for each other, we'd spent a lot of time together, and I think that shows as the show progresses, and really good writing for us to be able to play with. The idea of, do they trust him, do I trust them? Are we telling each other the truth, or are we not? You know, all of that is authentic.
Jude is so present and so giving and in the moment for us. Like, he's so like grounding, and like when I would have a scene with him, like it made me like act better because he gives so much to you to work off of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I 100% agree. He's such a generous scene partner. Yeah, he's giving, he's grounded, he's constantly focused, which helps other people focus. And you know, he not only is he such a nice guy, but he's so experienced, which makes for some really fun scenes with him. Playing, working alongside him is a lot of fun, and I would love to work with him again.
Don't touch anything.
I will go into a little bit of a spoiler territory here, but we soon find out that Jude may not exactly be who he claims he is. And to me it was very funny because you're Jude Law, you played Ripley, which is the ultimate con man. So how was it for you portraying these two sides of the character?
One of the joys, or the real heart of the pleasure of playing this part, was the duplicity. You know, who is he? He's got many names, he's known for different reasons by different people. I really understood at his heart, he's someone who has to be very nimble and quick-witted. So that was really one of the big reasons I accepted the role.
And with this whole aspect that we talked about, the kids as protagonists, the family friendly aspect, do you think that Skeleton Crew will maybe be the doorway to a whole new generation of Star Wars fans? Was that something you had in mind when playing the part?
I don't know that I had that in mind when I played the role. I think, you know, I tend to look at my work as what's in front of me and just making it with the best intention possible. I think you're right to ask the question though, because, you know, the hope, of course, is that young people come to it. We already have a sort of the curiosity of an older generation who love this universe, and I hope they enjoy it too. But yeah, I'm very excited for younger members of my family and friends to see it, and I hope they are as drawn to this world as I was as a child when the first 3 films came out.
Be warned of booby traps, pirates, and mountains where none dare to go.
If you hear this, don't give up, no matter what.